One.
Fuck Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's about fucking Face Off by Tech Nine. Don't even know the lyrics. Haven't
It's about
bothered.
drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour. Put in the
Yeah.
work. Put in the hours.
You
take what's ours.
Dwayne not writing those lyrics at all.
Yeah.
But speaking of Dwayne the Rock Johnson, Red Notice, the biggest Netflix movie ever. Apparently. Netflix seems to be popping off this year with this shit that they're doing, and
Yes, because nobody else is really making movies.
yeah, that's true, and everyone just
Or releasing. Nobody's releasing movies.
and
I
it's
should say.
easy to just watch everything on stream now, especially when you've got a
it's
cast.
so much cheaper.
Got a cast like this. Speaking of cheapness, though, this movie is the most expensive movie Netflix has ever made.
What's the budget?
Like $200 million.
Sheesh.
And
How much can Netflix realistically make back from that?
I don't know, because like they needed to watch. They have like I think it might have been like 80 million households needed to watch it for it to be successful. But I'm just like, I don't really know how the Netflix shit works.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we have Dwayne, Ryan, and Gal starring in Red Notice, which is just like these three actors.
Playing themselves.
They just are. They're just like they do just play themselves in every single movie because people just like them. So there's no need for them to do anything else because it's like everything they do is pretty much just successful.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much guaranteed whatever they're in, people are going to go and watch it. So, why not just put them all together into the same movie and it will be even bigger? And obviously it has done that.
That was my worry about this movie, though. Was it like when you first told me to watch it, I was like, oh, it's just going to be Dwayne being himself and Ryan Reynolds being himself,
Especially when I saw
and Gal Gadot being hot.
Yeah, like that is pretty much just what it is.
But it ended up being good. This movie was good. I
You
enjoyed
liked
it. I enjoyed it.
You did.
I thought it was funny.
Okay.
Did you not enjoy it?
I fucking despise. I
Really?
literally hated it.
Really?
I actually hated it.
Well, we'll compare details. What did you? I mean, we'll go with the plot first.
I just really fucking didn't like it.
So basically, the plot of the movie: Ryan Reynolds is a thief, Dwayne is a cop, kind of.
Dwayne and
then-
it just is Dwayne.
Yeah.
Dwayne is Dwayne.
And then Gal Gadot is also a jewel thief who's better than Ryan Reynolds. I fucking hated the little Indian bitch.
She was like, we'll get into it, but she was fucking irrelevant and didn't need to be in the movie.
Yeah. But yeah, basically Ryan has to steal these things, but Dwayne catches him, but then they team up, and then there's a surprise ending.
Gal pretty much just, she frames Dwayne, who's this apparent cop after Ryan Reynolds, by making it seem like they're kind of on a team together and he's actually a robber as well. And her whole motivation is to find out where
This third
Cleopatra's
egg.
Yeah, there's 3 Cleopatra eggs. She has 2. Well, she has 1, and then
Yeah, she gets one, gets the second one.
pretty much from Ryan stealing it, and then she just comes in and steals it off him. It's pretty much fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, that was. I mean, they do hum the bloody theme at one point.
They fucking do as well, and so yeah, I'm just going to the end of this because I feel like I have to kind of work my way back because it turns out in the end that fucking Gal Gadot and Dwayne have been together the whole long. I saw this coming I saw it coming just from a mile away because the whole movie Dwayne's just shooting at cops and fucking like there's no need for him to keep helping Ryan Reynolds as much as he does, but he's acting
He could
like
clearly prove his innocence if he just spoke to someone other than the little Indian bitch.
so many times, but he keeps just not doing it and keeps going along with Ryan Reynolds. So I was like, oh, he's clearly like must just be actually bad as well.
Yeah.
Because the whole time I was like, yeah, surely like you've been arrested, she's framed you for stealing it yourself. Like, if you actually were a cop, talk to anyone you've ever worked with and be like, like,
she makes one phone call and is like, talks to an office lady and is like, no, he doesn't work here.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe like the script just had like minimal effort put into it in that way. Or Dwayne would just end up being evil, which was just like,
I don't know about evil.
not evil, but on the side of Gal.
Yeah.
Who pretty much is the antagonist of the movie, which, by the way, like, her whole plan is to get all these 3 eggs, and she needs to put Dwayne like almost undercover with Ryan, like going through with him the whole time doing all this shit, pretty much just so she can find out where the third one is.
Yep.
But then at the end, she literally just follows him.
It was all irrelevant at the end anyway.
She followed, like, at the end where they go to the third egg, she's just like, I followed you to it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like, maybe Dwayne told her or whatever, but the whole time I was like, it was so easy. Like, this movie was so predictable, I thought. Every time they got to a single location, it was always this gal was already there. Which I guess because, like, Dwayne was probably telling her or whatever. But I just didn't, like, after it was all revealed, I just didn't buy that she needed Dwayne to be with Ryan the whole time.
Yeah.
It just seemed, like, way too easy.
She was clearly already ahead of Ryan.
That she could have just figured it out herself the whole time.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was just really confused by Dwayne's motivations the whole time as well. Like,
because he's banging a hot bitch. That's his motivation.
Yeah.
If I was married to Gal Gadot, she would be my motivation every day.
And then I felt like Ryan was like Ryan definitely was out of them the most like being like he was Deadpool in this movie, I thought.
That was
Pretty
one of
much.
my notes as well.
And then he randomly was like an expert at parkour for an action scene at the start of the movie, but then for the rest of the movie he's like a retard.
Yeah, he's like real clumsy in fight battles
like
and stuff.
Yeah, he's like the comedic relief where he's like useless at everything. I'm like, yeah, I just don't know. Like, to me, there was nothing about this movie that really stood out. I feel like everything I saw I'd seen done better in other films, and then it's like, oh, it's just another movie with The Rock.
Yeah.
Kind of being like the big straight man, and there's like some comedic relief that he's with that he needs to fucking team up with. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it was just more of the same shit. And then
this movie does have dad material written all over it.
Yeah, definitely.
I fully expect Nathan to enjoy this movie.
Yeah, and then like the kind of villain of that movie sounded like fucking Albus Dumbledore, you know, the guy I'm talking about. That
little short guy?
That she's like pretending that she's with.
Yeah.
And every time he was on screen, he just talks like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, could you not have cast anybody else who doesn't sound like they've been punched in the throat 10 times?
He looks like someone.
Generic movie action villain.
No, he actually looks like someone.
Does he? I've already forgotten what he looked like. But he's there. Why is he even in the movie?
For the second egg.
Yeah, because he owns it. Right, and then she's like acting like she's with him.
She's gonna bone him,
but then ends up taking it from him, which seems like
because she was teaming with Dwayne the whole time.
Could have just like all of this seemed like they made it so convoluted to kind of set up plot twists and shit like that in these action scenes where, in reality, it seemed like it was straightforward, and then like the cops were just after them the whole time, but were never able to catch them, even though they're just going to like every like I just don't know.
I thought this movie did have some funny moments though. Like, there was it probably wasn't meant to be funny, but there was a scene at like the start of the movie where Ryan gets on the little scooter and Dwayne gets in the like Ferrari, and he just crashes it straight away.
Yeah,
I pissed myself laughing at that. I don't know why.
This movie
just I don't know.
This movie cost $200 million, and
but it's gonna recoup it because of the people in it.
I know, but it was just so. I just thought did nothing for that amount of money. Like,
I don't know.
I thought like none of the sets or anything were that like cool to have like a setting for an action scenes or anything.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It was just so
nothing stood out.
It was just all so basic to me. I thought that I was just like, yeah, it's just another movie with them in it, and then I don't know. It just seemed like it relied too much on you just liking the main characters, which I was going in expecting them to just do the same shit anyway, so I don't know.
Maybe I only enjoyed it because I had such low expectations for it to begin with.
But so did I, and I thought it was even shitter than that.
Like, I didn't think it was great, but I did just think it was a solid, funny movie. Like, it just is typical. Maybe I'm just, like, heading into my fatherhood period.
I feel like if you probably just don't care watching this movie, but that's the thing I felt like I didn't, and I still just liked it even less. But
I didn't write notes. Like, I didn't watch it thinking I was going to do a review about it. I kind of just watched it because I was told to.
It has a 90% or something audience score.
Yeah, 92%. But then it has a 39% critic score.
Yeah.
Or maybe even less. Maybe like 33 or something. So, I don't know. This movie, I didn't find it horrible. I thought it had some funny moments.
I know everyone's going to enjoy it probably just because of that. And then I don't know. Especially like the third act when they're in a jungle and I'm like, this is like Dwayne literally just looks like he's just walked off the set of Jumanji and Jungle.
Bro, I swear they just
and Jungle
reused a shot
Cruise.
from bloody Jumanji.
It was just nothing.
He was so bipolar as well, where they had this real sweet bonding moment in the train.
Yeah.
And then next minute he's like, well, what the fuck have you brought me out here for? And it's like, well, you just discussed why you've been brought out here. Like,
yeah, the whole time I just wasn't giving it, because it's trying to make you seem like Dwayne is a cop. I wasn't giving a fuck about his relationship with Reynolds. And obviously, because I was like, yeah, just fucking turn him in every 5 seconds. But then, I don't know, I felt like it would have just made more sense to just have them be like like what they're going to do in the next one.
Because they clearly set it up.
Like be together from the beginning.
I would have rather, like, when Reynolds gets caught, like when he gets handcuffed to the tree,
Yeah.
I would have rather he just
Went with them. It was dumb that they did that.
They were like, oh, we work so well together. And Dwayne was like, no, we don't.
The cops are just fucking useless. Like, they keep showing up and just doing nothing as well. Like, and just she is, like, her and Gal, they were just always at the exactly where they were, somehow not even knowing how they were even there.
Well, everyone just followed everyone, but I feel like that is a dumb plot point. How did you get here? Oh, I just followed you. It's like, well, that kind of takes away from everything anyone's been working for in this movie.
Yeah. I just don't know.
I don't know. Like I said, this movie did have its funny moments for me.
I just don't even give a fuck about this movie, though, either.
Well, yeah, that's probably why I didn't hate it as much.
Yeah, but it was just, I don't know.
Would I watch a sequel? Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. Depending on, like, if they just go full-blown comedy, like, buddy cop type thing, but not cop, like twins, kind of Dumb and Dumber type thing.
The whole time I was watching this, I was just thinking, like, they're getting paid so much money to do fuck all.
Yeah.
That's all I could think. Like, I just went on, this movie being gassed up as, like, the biggest Netflix movie ever, and there was nothing memorable about the entire movie to me. Even the action sequences, like, what even were they?
I enjoyed this movie more than June.
I didn't like either of them.
That was just when you just said hyped up, I just thought of that and I thought I would rather go and watch this again than watch June.
Seeing Dwayne's promotion all over Instagram, just shoving it down the throats as well.
And he sung his little song at the premiere.
Just like, I think that's why.
Why do you even need to have a premiere for a Netflix movie?
I don't know.
Who was going to go to the cinema and watch this over?
To gas up the ego even more.
Did you see that video I sent you of him?
Yeah, with John.
Yeah, how black he is.
Yeah.
That is... Dwayne, you got some explaining to do, brother.
That was when Dwayne actually tried to act, though. Like, at the start of his career, and then once...
No, the start of his career was friggin' Scorpion.
Yeah, but he was probably trying there, because now he knows that everything he's in will just be, like, big, so he just, like...
He's fucking short as well. Maybe he's either short or Ryan Reynolds is tall.
I just want to see them do something else, because I just...
You want to see him put his limits
because it's the same director who's just directed a bunch of other Dwayne's mediocre films. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one.
On the payroll.
I don't think I am, though, because the critic score was low.
No, I do agree that it wasn't a great movie.
I just feel like for the potential, it was just the most basic thing that they
I would never
done.
expect this movie to have potential, though. I just expected this movie to be...
You've got, like, some of the 3 biggest stars in the world, and there's such a massive budget, like...
And they've absolutely perfectly catered to the audience they've made it for.
That is true, though, which I think is why I hate it more, just knowing the audiences will enjoy this.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd give it a year, not bad though.
I don't know. I was literally watching it thinking hunker fuck, but I literally, you know what? I hate Dwayne. Give me a hunker fuck.
Oh, that's controversial.
I just hate it. I mean,
it's not controversial because it's everyone's opinion, but I didn't think this was a bad movie.
I don't know. It's just fucking. It's just the same feel I get going into every single Dwayne Reynolds movie.
I'm trying to think of other...
Because Free Guy I actually liked because it was actually kind of different. And then with this, it was just like... It just annoys me more than anything that it just like it wasted my time.
No, I didn't feel like I had time. To be fair, I didn't really... I don't know, I guess... Oh, yeah.
It's just every
I enjoy
rock
movies most when I just don't give a shit about them. And I really didn't give a shit about this movie.
It's like Drake for me. It's literally Drake and his albums. To me, this is certified lover boy, this movie.
What, and Free Guy was frickin'...
I don't know. Donda.
And Night was Silk Sonic.
Yeah. But I don't know. That just as Red Notice, fucking, I've forgotten about pretty much everything that happened already.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you've actually seen it. Did you enjoy it? Obviously, you've enjoyed it because
the audience calls
it's a good movie. But yeah, let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Deadpool Reynolds.
Power. We stay hungry, we devour.
Fuck this movie.